Well, hey, what's going on there, everybody? Welcome back to the farm. So we had a little bit different of a video going on this morning. A friend of mine a few weeks ago, I guess more like a couple months ago, he was telling me, he went out and he got some chicks for a little project for him and his kids to do. Something to, something fun for he's got two young boys, something fun for them to work on, kind of get a little homestead thing going, start raising their own eggs and everything. But turns out that the municipality that he lives in, he's not allowed to have chickens. So he got in contact with me earlier this week to ask if I could maybe help him out and take them off of his hands for him. So it's only 4 new birds that he's bringing me. If you watched my last video, I still have the gold lace Wyandottes. They're still separate from my Barred Rocks and my Americanas for my mature laying hens. They're still eating that chick feed that I don't want my laying birds eating. But sometime this weekend also, I'm going to go ahead and get them combined as well. But to start out, I'm going to go ahead and add the birds that he's bringing over in with my mature hens, because they should be of about an equal size. I think he said they're about 3, almost 4 months old. So they're going to be pretty close to full grown. So we'll get them combined. We'll see how that transition goes. And then hopefully tomorrow or maybe the next day, we'll get everybody out here all together. I don't even know what breeds he's bringing me over. I really didn't get a lot of details, but he said free chickens and I was all over it. All right, so it turns out there's some Rhode Island Reds. They're a little bit smaller than I expected them to be, so we're gonna go ahead and throw them in here with the young birds and let them get it figured out. Let them get acclimated to each other, and then later this weekend we'll combine them with the layers. We'll see how it goes. Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that it's not going smoothly, but the Rhode Island Reds are a little bit bigger, and they do seem to be going ahead and using that size to their advantage. So there has been a little bit of pecking, a little bit of pushing each other around. Of course, now that I got the camera out, they're going to act all nice and friendly to each other. Well, I guess there's a little bit of what you might call some food aggression going on. And see. But they'll get it figured out. So one thing I know for sure that I'm definitely going to have to stay on top of is making sure that there's plenty of food and plenty of water out here, so there's enough for to go around to everybody, so they don't feel like they're competing for food and stuff. So I've got 2 feeders, 2 waterers. They were empty, so everybody's a little hungry right now. They were empty from yesterday, so I just filled them back up. So everybody's a little pushy right now, trying to figure out what's going on, but it'll all calm down in a little while, I assume. We'll find out. Well, things seem to have calmed down for the most part. Still a little bit of pecking and cawing at each other. But they'll get that pecking order all figured out. In the next couple of days, we'll open up the door here, and everybody will have full access to the entire run area, both of them. So make sure you guys stay tuned for updates on how the Rhode Island Reds and the gold-laced Wyandottes are doing with each other, and then also how those 2 are going to end up doing with the Barred Rocks and the Americanas with my full-grown layers. And lastly, if you're thinking about getting some chickens, make sure you're allowed to have them. I think it's kind of crazy that a municipality would dictate that sort of thing. I guess if you belong to an HOA, or that's just the ordinances in the city you live in, I guess you kind of just got to deal with it. But unfortunately for my boy Jake, that's how the cookie crumbled for him. So good for me, not so great for him, but we'll have him and his boys out. They'll get to come visit them and see how their girls are doing and go from there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little quick one. Hey, Griswold. Hope you guys enjoyed that little quick one today. Just a little update what's going on here at the farm. Make sure you stay tuned. I'll be giving you updates on how the chickens are all doing. I've probably said that like 7 times now, but I'll make sure that you guys stay up to date on what's going on with the chickens. The garden stuff's getting rolling. Going to be getting some stuff planted here in the ground soon. You'll probably see some videos about that too. If you enjoyed the video, think about hitting that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, y'all, see ya. We're just a couple of cat brothers doing our thing on the farm.